Hello everyone, this is Shelby with Shelby Creations. Welcome back to the Dragon's Den. Yes, we are still working in our jewel tone Victorian. We got a long way to go in this. And I wanted to work something with the color red. And these things may work, they may not work. I don't know. I just started pulling, and whatever caught my eye, I pulled out. Am I going to use it all? I don't know, but we have a lot. That was left over from last time. We have a lot of things to work with, but what inspired me was this paper. I mean, that is a beautiful ruby color. And I thought ruby is a jewel tone. So let's do this. Now we've done pages with bits and pieces of red, but not all red. And then this was the one we did last time. And I did find the green that I was looking for, but I'm not sure if it's going to be the right color. But we'll worry about that later. I want to get into, see, I already got my page here. So let's figure out what we want to do. Now see, that would totally cut that off. That way, but this way, and we could tear along here. So we're gonna do that. And it, does not have to be straight. I don't want it straight, to tell you the truth. And I'm gonna come in here, and because you can see where I tore it, there's that white of the edge, and it's all the way around. So we'll just knock that back. And now I've got that side. You see how the core of the paper is white? And then you can see it along the edge. So let me get this along this side first. And then on the here, I'm just going right down the edge. I don't care that I did not get it all. I just didn't want it to be bright white. So see, now we can do similar to what we did on the last page. Starting out at least. But then I also had this that I wanted to bring in and put here. So now I actually need to sort of measure this, and my measurements are very exact. Yeah, right. So I'm going to come about here, and then I'm going to turn it around this way. Okay, now I'll be turning this part off, tearing this part off. Put that where I want it to go, and then I'm going to mark it down here. And I'm going to show you why I marked it in those two places. This is my measuring. Now I'm going to line this up on this side here. Fix my mark, basically lining it up with my grid. Tear that part off. And now because I marked it down here, I have not torn that edge off. So I can come in here, line that up pretty straight, and put that there, and then tear that piece off. So now we have this here. Let's come back in here too with just a little bit of ink. There. Now, let's see. On here, I know I want this one on this side, because that's the side I tore it on. So I'm gonna come in here with my glue. I know last time I used my tape runner, but this time I'm doing it with glue. You know, you can use whatever adhesive you like and whatever works for you. Okay, now I'm going to pull this over so that catches there. Now, I want to go ahead and set this side down because I want the other to sort of overlap it. I know, it's almost like I'm doing the same thing as last time. But you know, you get something that works. Why not do it? And see, the one thing is, this page is, you know, is shorter than this page. So, and then I can come in here. Ooh, now see, that is way too far, but not a problem. And come right in here. I'm gonna rip some of this down. And no, I can't rip straight, I can't cut straight, but that's okay. Now, yes, I'm gonna like that. So this will get our, excuse me, this will get our base pages down. And then we'll go from there. So put this here and here. I may be a little wonky, I may be a little off, but yeah, that's me. Now, I did come across, I do like that one, and I was thinking maybe part of it here. And yeah, I know it's going to cover that part up, but maybe not all of it. Let's just rip the design out. You know, you don't have to use your whole sheet of paper. There. I think I'm gonna like that a bit better. Well, there we go. My throat has really been scratchy lately. I don't know if, you know, a lot of you remember, but I had told in one of my previous videos that I have thyroid cancer. And the last time, I've had 3 surgeries. And the last time they did surgery, they damaged some of the nerves in my throat, which, yeah, I don't mean to cough a lot, but there are times I can't help it because of the nerve damage. I like that one there. I do. So we're gonna put it down. So please, excuse my coughing. It's not something I can really help, but I do try to not cough as much as I would probably do otherwise. Okay, yeah, the word go that way. Now, these 2 can set aside. I was thinking about one of these on here. but they would sort of just fade into the background. I do have the stamp here that would give us a little more there, but see, I've got nothing up here. What if, and that's up enough that we could tuck that under there. Is this a sticker? Yes. And no, I'm not going to go over the edges in ink. I do have this one here. I'm not sure if, no, I don't like that. And then I have some stamps. They could probably go along this side. I think I'm going to need some more of but see, these are definitely too, just go over it a bit so it gives it that old look to it. Yeah, they've been some that I had printed out. That one there. We might as well come in here with the other one. Where'd I put? Sort of break up. I like the red, but it may be just a tad too much. But we're going to come back in here with something else too. So, move that over. Cover up that whole corner there. And then I have this one. I was thinking that would do. That's it. That's it. But I think I have too much of this plastic going around it. So I'm going to trim some of that away. That's going to have to do. Because the rest I've already trimmed kind of close. I know, I should have my little trash can out, but again, I don't know what happened to it. My son got a new cell phone, so I was going to snitch his cell phone case, but he had to send it back, his old cell phone back in, because it was a trade-in. So, we know how that goes. So I didn't get my case. Going right here. Now, I have, leave those up there. I'm not going to worry about those. I do have some other things here that I sort of want to add in. I mean, I found these little red beads. Ooh, this one here too. This was a button that had a shank on it. And I just trimmed the shank off. I'm going to put glue on that one. Where do I want it? I want it here. Right there. Now, I do have some neat washi tape here. And I'm going to put a piece right there. Why? Why not? A-line jack. Burnish that down some with my finger. And then I have some wax seals. Now I have a silicone mat that I do my wax seals on, so that I can make them ahead of time like this. And I do like that one with the bee. there, I think. Or should I go with... No, I like that one. And yes, you can use your Fabri-Tac on your wax seals. Or you can use double-sided, you know, sticky tape, foam tape, if you wanted them to come up a little bit. But I find that Fabri-Tac works just fine. Now, I probably, because that's metal, should have used E6000, but the center part on the back is plastic, so that would do right. Now, I found a bulb pen, and I thought, yeah, here I go thinking again. Nikki would tell you that's a dangerous thing to do. See, just those like that. Aren't they cute? We can just hang them off the edge. So I'm going to close this up. And then I have, well, before I do that, do I want to alright, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to tie this around so that I have it like that. Now, what I'm going to do, because I want this more like a dangle. See, is that going to go? Yeah, because what do I have on this page? See, this is something unique. Now, see, I've got nothing here. So I can actually put it on this one and let it hang down, because then whatever I put on the back side, I can cover it. So I'm going to come here and put a dab of glue. And then fold that over into the glue, just like that. Now, to make sure it stays, I'm going to take just a piece of Scotch tape. And Scotch tape is real good because it will pull off when you need it to. And then on this side, because I've got, you know, I want that to hang down there, like that, I can come in here and put more glue on this side and position that where I want it to go. Just like that. Now, to make sure that's going to stay there, I'm not going to put tape on it. I'm just going to keep my fingers crossed that it stays. I know. Scientific, huh? Then I had these little labels, but I don't think I'm going to use those. I'm not going to use those. What I do want, I want to bring out some bling. I want some bling. And I have, they're not red, but close to it. Let's see what all I've got in here. See, those are clear down there. Those are more of a pink, blue. I don't know if I want the squares. I was hoping I had some red bling that I could use. What were those? Just little flowers. Ooh! Ooh, 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 ooh. I do have some red butterflies. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go with the red butterflies and some of these. Now, this is where it's going to get tricky. We'll put down a bead of glue and try to lay my butterfly in that glue. All right, there goes one. We need a bigger one. I have a bigger one down here. Because see, sometimes these will pull off of the paper and leave the sticky thing on the back side. But for some reason, these are actually coming off all right. but I'm still going to put the glue underneath them. Let's see, what about, we can do one of these. Ah, it stopped sticking. Have that, and I'm going to put these down here. There goes one there. I'm going to go ahead and put my glue down here. Now I can come back and put these where the glue is, if I can remember where I put the glue. I have to hold it up so I get a little bit of a shine where that glue is. I know there's one in between these two, but I did not see where the glue landed on there. And there's glue there. Do one more here. Why not? Yeah, it's there now. Over there. There, now we've got those. No, they're not straight, but I can live with that. But I do love, now you see how the sticky part didn't come off? That's what I run into quite a lot. And so that's why I use my glue. We're going to put another one here of our butterflies. I've got the big one there. Maybe we need another small one down here. We'll put it here on the washi tape. I think I need to clean off my glue tip here because it is getting kind of gummy. There. Now let's try this again. Oh, that's come out a lot better. So note to self, keep glue nozzle cleaned off. I like that. I really do. I love the way that came about. So I'm going to come in here on this side. Well, I'm going bling happy. Why not? Because if I don't use them, then I'll get stuck trying to keep these in storage. Trying to find a place for them. And I'm ready to, get new stuff. So, I've got to use what I have. That looks better. I think that's it. Maybe I should put one here. But I wonder if it should be a butterfly there. Let's do that. Our last thing, we're going to put a butterfly right here. Oh, come on, glue. That there. And then our butterflies. Take one off of here. Put it there in our glue. So it sort of holds it there. I like that. Yeah, we don't usually use a whole lot of bling, but, and I do like the way that's just hanging down there instead of on a paper clip or something. So that's what we've done. What do you guys think? I mean, I used my red, And I did bring in some jewel tone bling, and I think it works. So if you've enjoyed what we worked on today, give me a thumbs up. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. If you are not a subscriber, please hit the subscription button, because I greatly appreciate all of my subscribers. If you have any comments or tips or things that you would like to see in the future, leave them in the comments below. I do read my comments, or well, your comments. So I think this worked out pretty good. I really do. But see, now we've got the red, and then we go into the green, and yeah, we've got a lot of, I never did figure out what to do there. That's still a blank, but it may come to me, or I may just leave it like that. Because it doesn't matter, because this is, when you do your journal, you put in there what makes you feel good. If you feel like only putting one thing on the page, just put one thing on the page. If you feel like loading it up, load it up. As long as it makes you happy, it doesn't matter what other people say. So, again, I hope you've enjoyed what I've shared with you today, and until next time, bye guys.